good day to everyone. A very good day to everyone. Today, our group is going to talk about understanding Bloom's taxonomy and Gagne's 9 events of instruction. Okay, these are our group members as you can see on the screen. Next, we are able to click this functional button next. So this is our content page. It is divided into 4 parts. The first part is Bloom's taxonomy and the second part is Gagne's 9 events of instructions. In Bloom's taxonomy, we are going to discuss about 6 levels, some explanation and how to formulate learning outcomes, and also we will be including some related verbs and examples. Meanwhile, in Gagne's 9 events of instruction, we are going to talk about 9 events, 1 event, and we will come with explanation and also some examples. The third part is quiz using ice cream, and the fourth part is survey, also using ice cream. Next, this is a figure that illustrates Bloom's taxonomy then versus now. As you can see, in 1956, the levels were named knowledge comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. But in 2001, this Bloom's taxonomy has been revised and it changed from noun form to verb form. And also the top 2 levels have been changed. The highest level became create and the second highest become evaluate. Next, we will be clicking this button. This is Bloom's taxonomy noun level. Start from remember to create. You can click on each level to jump to the level that you want. For example, I will click on the lowest level, remember. I will click it and it will become remember. So remember is the lowest level of Bloom's taxonomy. In this level, the learner should be exhibiting memory of previously learned material by recalling facts, terms, basic concepts, and answers. Some examples of activities at this level are such as make a timeline of events, list all the characters, and also write a list of any pieces of information you can remember. We can click this button to go back to our figure. Okay, now we will move on to understand. Understand is known as the second lowest level. Learners should be demonstrating understanding of facts and ideas by organizing, comparing, translating, interpreting, and giving description and stating main ideas. Examples of activities at this level are such as illustrate what you think the main idea was, prepare a flowchart, and also make a comic strip. Next, understand is about explaining the ideas or concepts. Examples of verbs at this level are describe, classify, and discuss. So how are we going to formulate learning outcomes in this level? The students will explain the main events of the story in grammatically correct English, and also the students will describe verbally what is shown in the graph. You will have audience, the students, the verb, describe and explain, and also the behavior, which is the behavior, explain and describe, and the extend. Next is apply. Apply is the third lowest level of Bloom's taxonomy. In this level, the learners should be solving problems to new situations by applying acquired knowledge, facts, techniques, and rules in a different way. Some examples activities are such as make up a puzzle game, write a textbook, and paint a mural. Next. Some examples of verbs are such as demonstrate, interpret, and sketch. For formulating learning outcomes, we hereby provide you 2 examples of learning outcomes. which are the students will use a range of formula to solve the mathematical questions given, and the students will interpret the message conveyed by the poem A Living Portrait. So now I will be clicking this button to go back to the figure again. I will go to, sorry, I accidentally clicked this. I will click Analyze. Analyze, now we are entering to the first level of higher order thinking skills. Learners are to examine and break information into parts by identifying motives or causes. They are to make inference and find evidence to support generalizations. Some examples of activities are such as design a questionnaire, make a family tree, and construct a mind map. Next, verbs differentiate, compare, and organize. For formulating learning outcomes, the students will compare two novels written by different authors in different times. And finally, we need to enter the second highest level of higher order thinking skills, which is evaluate. Some examples of activities at this level are conduct a debate, make a booklet, form a panel. In this level, the learners should present and defend opinions by making judgments about information, validity of ideas, or quality of work based on a set of criteria. Next, examples of verbs: argue, critique, conclude. Given any research study, the students will evaluate the appropriateness of the conclusions reached based on the data presented. This is one of the examples for learning outcomes. Last but not least, create. Create is the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy. In this level, learners are to put parts together to form a whole with emphasis on creating a new meaning or structure. Some examples are such as create, design, and write. Examples of activities: write a poem based on a given theme and tone. Design a new solution to an old problem. So, those are all 6 levels of Bloom's taxonomy, and we will see what is waiting for us in the next slide. Next. Next. Okay, this is a video that we extract from YouTube. If you want to know more about Bloom's taxonomy, so we will try and click and see. Okay, clearly it takes time to redirect to the website. So, never mind, you can view our online folder to know more about this video, or you can just search this title on YouTube. Okay? Next. This is a very interesting video. You should check it out. And next is another video about Bloom's taxonomy. It is a very interesting graphic presentation entitled Structuring the Learning Journey. Also, you can check this video out in our Google folder, or you can type the topic in YouTube. Next. Okay, apparently the YouTube video came out now. I'm sorry for this technical faulty. So the YouTube video came out now, so I will just wait for a while and make it happen. So this is an example of the video that redirects us, that the PowerPoint just now redirects us to YouTube. It is named Bloom's Taxonomy, Why, How, and Top Examples. But this is not our focus to watch a video now, so watch it later, okay? Now we will go back to iSpring to continue the presentation. we would be talking about Gagne's 9 events of instructions. As you can see, this is a very beautiful figure, and also we can click on each step to straight away jump to a topic or a step that we love most. But now, since we are doing a presentation, so I'm going to go one by one. The first one is gain attention. Click it. Gain attention. For example, in your lesson, a teacher can present a stimulus to gain the students' attention. This is done by the teachers to get the students interested in the lesson from the beginning itself. Here are some techniques that a teacher can use to gain attention, such as questions, present a problem, an interesting situation, picture, object, or surprise. Everyone loves surprise, right? And what is the next step? Let's go back to the figure and check out.
I'll continue with the second event from Gagne's 9 events. So the second event is inform the learner of the objectives. Here the teacher will inform the learners of the objectives to help the students understand the lesson. This helps the students to be in their right mindset throughout the lesson. Techniques to inform objectives would be, you describe the required performance, you tell them what is expected of them, and explain how the lesson will benefit them in future. Then I'll go back to the figure. The third event is stimulate the recall of prior knowledge. Here you help learners to make sense of the new information by relating it to something they already know or something they might have experienced before. So you show the lesson, how the lesson is connected to previous lessons. Methods to stimulate prior knowledge is through questions, and then you present them with situations where they can recall their prior knowledge and question their understanding on concepts. Like, do you understand this concept? So that might make them to recall what they've studied before. The fourth event would be to present the stimulus itself. Here, learners are presented with the new information with appropriate examples. Organize and chunk content in a meaningful way is encouraged. So the ways to present the stimulus is by organizing it in an easy to understand manner, chunk information, provide examples, and use a variety of approaches. So all this would actually help the students when they are presented with the stimulus. The fifth event is you provide learning guidance. Here we offer the learners with guidance by providing coaching on how to learn the skill. We use cues, hints, or prompts to help them understand and remember what they are learning. So in case it's like they should know what they're learning, so you keep reminding them using hints or prompts. Ways to provide learning guidance is by concept mapping, mnemonics, and role playing. Then we go back, and then elicit performance is another event in Gagne's 9 events. Here you let the learners do something with newly acquired behavior or skill or knowledge. It's like putting it into practice. You provide learners with practice activities for them to internalize the new information, be it skills or knowledge, and ensure correct understanding and application of knowledge or concepts. Ways to activate this is by having the learners apply the knowledge to a scenario or case study. You give them a situation and so on. You ask learners to demonstrate how to use it, how to use the knowledge they've acquired, and ask questions so that they can show their understanding of the knowledge. Next, they are required to provide feedback. After that, you ask the learners attempts to demonstrate the knowledge, provide immediate feedback. so they know their mistakes and they can correct themselves. This stage helps reinforcement of a correct answer. It gives guidance to the degree of correctness of tasks and provides corrective feedback if the response or behavior is incorrect. Tips is you be positive, be objective, and deliver focused and concise feedback. Focus on areas the students can control. Let's not be negative and give feedback. It must be a constructive criticism. Then we have assessing performance. Here we would want to evaluate the effectiveness of the instructional events. You administer a test for the learner to determine if the expected learning outcomes have been achieved, to see what you told them in the beginning is achieved. The performance should be based on previously stated objectives. Methods are through written tests, short questionnaires, oral questioning, or short essays. The final event is enhancing retention and transfer. Here we give the learners resources that enhance retention and transfer of knowledge so that they are able to internalize the knowledge and enhance their expertise. Repeated practice with effective feedback is the best way to ensure that people retain information and use it effectively. So methods are having them summarize the content, having them generate examples, having them create mind maps or concept maps, or having them create job aids. Whatever they have to apply in the situation or can help them recall that whatever they have studied. And then we also have extra readings, articles just now, and we have videos and another video.
So basically this marks the end of our presentation, so we will go back to home. And this topic is understanding Bloom's taxonomy and Gagne's 9 events of instruction, brought to you by Ashley Chen, Hui Joy, and POHGAWATI DAVINA. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the quiz that we have created with iSpring. So we have 30 seconds to answer questions regarding Bloom's taxonomy. So how many levels does Bloom's taxonomy have? I'm going to answer. I'll submit the answer and I'll be notified that I've chosen the correct response. Then I'll continue to the next question, and now I'm going to say yes and submit, and apparently it's the wrong answer. I'll be notified that it is the wrong answer, and I'll be also be told that which is the right answer. The right answer will be shown and there will be a tick by the right answer. I'm going to continue. So now I'm going to just simply click the first option and I'll submit. The thing about iSpring is you cannot copy, because every time you attempt the quiz there will be the options will be reshuffled. So there's no way you're going to say, okay, the first time I answered this, it was the right answer. So you can't simply choose the first option or the second option, because it will be they'll keep shuffling the options. So there are about 6 questions for Bloom's taxonomy and 9 questions for Gagne's 9 events. So there's a question for each level of Bloom's taxonomy and each level of Gagne's 9 events. So I'm simply clicking this now. You can continue. So you can see that I did not pass the test because my score is just 14%, and if I want to pass the test I should at least score 80%. So I can choose to review the quiz or go and attend the survey. There's a survey. It is a compulsory survey. You cannot leave, you cannot skip the survey, or you cannot leave the slide without doing this. So it's rather to see if this slide was helpful, then you can say yes, you can agree, and would you recommend this to your friends, and did this slide help you to understand Bloom's taxonomy better and help you understand Gagne's 9 events better? Do you think PowerPoint courseware is easy to use? And then you press next. You can either return to the quiz to attend them again or submit all. So now I've submitted all, and you can see it says thank you for completing this survey.